Hello and welcome to One More Story by George Walters, where I share stories from my collection of many. Never listened before? No problem, as every story is unique in its own way, so it really doesn't matter which episode you start with. But I should warn you, some folks have said my stories are addicting. So with that, let's get started. I hope you enjoy A Day at the Supermarket. A while back, well, quite a while now, my wife decided she needed a few things at the supermarket. And since she was busy preparing lunch, I decided to go to town and pick them up myself. Just a normal thing for a husband to do, right? Anyways, entering the grocery store, I spotted a lady behind me, so I stopped and opened the door for her. To my surprise, she said, "I don't need your help. I'm able to open the door myself. I'm not an invalid." I replied, "I know you can. I was just doing what I was taught to do. It's called being a gentleman. Well, your help is not needed, and most women today don't appreciate you opening doors for us these days." That was a bit of a shock, but I carried on, and the second set of doors opened by themselves. I was going to risk asking the lady if that offended her, but decided it best to say nothing. I did my shopping, taking in all the nice smells at the produce department, and headed for the checkout. Then out of nowhere, another lady with her cart in a real hurry came around the one aisle, knocking over some things off one shelf, hit me in the knee, then proceeded to get in line ahead of me. I looked at her wondering what her hurry was and said, "I would have let you in if you asked, as I have nothing much else to do today." She looked at me and said, "What do you mean by that? I was here first." Here again, I thought it was best not to say anything and went and picked up a chocolate bar while waiting for my turn. I do enjoy them once in a while. After a few minutes, I got to the checkout and set my basket up where you put the groceries, which I thought was a normal thing to do. "You have to take the things out of the basket," the lady replied. "I don't get paid to do that." And when done, set the basket down on the floor, with her pointing to where some baskets were placed. If I did that for everyone, folks would have to wait too long and we would lose business. I scratched my head and said, "I was going to take them out. I just never got to it yet." "Uh-huh. That's what all you men say. You just expect us women to do everything for you." Okay, I thought. I guess she's just having a bad day too. Seems it hasn't been my day with women. Well, I got my things, rang through, paid the lady, and headed outside. Out front of the store, I noticed that there was a line of ladies waiting with their groceries for a bus. So I eased my way around a couple, not wanting any more trouble. I was just heading to my car when a lady started to holler, "That there man stole my bread right out of my cart." Hearing that, I looked all around to see who the feller was. I couldn't see anyone. I then noticed the fellow that was bringing in the carts was going to raid. Good, I thought. I just wanted to go home. But just as that thought entered my mind, the lady that hollered pointed right at me. "Sir, you'll have to come with me," the grocery store attendant said. "Why?" I asked. "I didn't take the lady's bread or whatever. I just walked by her." "Just come with me," he said, "and we'll get this all straightened out inside." Well, to say the least, I was getting a bit upset at this time and was about to tell this lady just what I thought. But as hard as it was to do, I held my tongue, and inside I went, with the lady following close behind, saying sarcastically, "If I miss my bus on account of you," looking right at me, "you will be paying for that too." I have to admit, she did look a bit mean. And over the years I learned you can tell a lot about a woman by her hands. And right now she had hold of her purse, and with her eyes a-twitching like they were, well, let's just say it was best to be quiet. When I got inside, I said, "Look, I can settle this right quick. I have a receipt which will show the things I just bought and prove what is in my cart is mine." For the life of me, I don't understand why the lady would say I stole her bread, as she is mistaken. With that, I took out my receipt and gave it to the clerk. He looked it over and said, "Well, ma'am, it does appear that this here receipt this fellow has shows that he has paid for his bread." "Well, I don't care," she said. "He took mine, and I want it back." After a few minutes of trying to cool this lady down, I was let go, which I did, as I was grateful to get the heck away from her, the store, and everybody else, for that matter. Looking back over my shoulder, that old gal was sure giving that a tin in a piece of her mind with him letting me go. Thing was that even though I didn't take that lady's bread, everyone around me looked at me as if I was a criminal. With that, I hung my head down and headed for the car. Boy, I thought, I would sure be glad to get back home. I did make it home without any more trouble, thank goodness, noticing that my lovely wife was at the door waiting for me. I told her what happened and said I was losing my faith in women. She smiled and said, "Sweetheart, you can open all doors and spoil me all you want. But in spite of what happened, remember, not all women are like that, and most do like the doors being open for them. It's just that there is a new generation out there, and I guess we'll have to learn how to cope with them." "I suppose," I said. "But if you don't mind, from now on, maybe I'll take you with me when I go grocery shopping. It's safer that way." "No problem. And hey, I'll even let you open the door for me." With that, she gave me one of her beautiful smiles and a look of reassurance. "Sounds good," I said. So that's it for today, folks. But before I go, I want to mention that all my stories are also available in books. I've got 6 books to choose from, and each one has over 50 short stories. The titles are One More Story, Join Me in the Garden, Moments in Time, Paths We Choose, Time's Changing, and Keep Turning Pages. All my books are available on Amazon.ca and Amazon.com in both ebook and paperback. If you want to know more about my books or this podcast, you can email me at any time at stories@keepingnotes.com, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Oh, and if you enjoy these stories, please consider subscribing and hitting that like button. It really helps me a lot. Until the next time, keep your minds open and keep listening.